drink plenty of water, get exercise regularly, and of course, get proper sleep. So this is to say that these things have to be a foundation. Now, beyond that, we know that if we eat right, if we exercise and we get good sleep, we are still going to age. So the question is there anything that we can do to slow down or even reverse some of the signs and the symptoms of aging? And the exciting thing is that the answer is yes, there is. So we're going to start out today, and we're going to take a look at this miracle nutrient, carnosine. Now, one of the things about carnosine is that it is a miracle nutrient that most people have never heard of and everyone should be taking. And I think you'll agree that after you see this information on carnosine, and especially the way carnosine and X39 work together, these are going to be things that you'll want to use and incorporate into your life. So let's talk about some of the benefits of carnosine. This is an overview. So first thing is carnosine is what's called a dipeptide, and it's composed of 2 amino acids. Carnosine also has a number of important metabolic functions in the body. First, it can function as an antioxidant. And this is important because carnosine is found in the brain, in the heart, in the muscle, and it can protect those parts of the body from oxidative stress and inflammatory stress. One very interesting property of carnosine is that it's the most powerful anti-glycation nutrient that's ever been discovered. What this means is that sugars can bind with proteins and create inflammatory stress in the body known as glycation, and carnosine can help to minimize this. Also, carnosine has been shown in clinical studies to reduce oxidative stress and oxidative damage, especially in the brain and the blood. Now, if we were to look at exactly what is a significant contributing factor to aging, we would definitely say it's oxidative stress and inflammatory stress. So in other words, anything that we can do to reduce stress that's placed on the body is going to improve our health and longevity, and carnosine does that very well. Now, when we're looking at aging and we want to get benefits today, one of the things that we found in our studies is that when you use the carnosine patch, you're going to see improvements in muscle strength and stamina your very first week. So this is not something that you have to wait years to see the benefits. You can actually get improvements, measurable improvements, your very first week. Now, as people age, they experience something or can experience something called sarcopenia, which means muscle loss. And you can lose, let's say, up to 1% of your muscle per year. And of course, this is going to contribute to people having fatigue and loss of strength and stamina when they're getting into their 50s, 60s, and 70s. Well, carnosine helps to prevent this process of sarcopenia, and it helps to support overall muscle strength and stamina. So when we're talking about aging and we want to be healthy and strong into old age, carnosine is going to be a very valuable nutrient to support an exercise program. Now, we're not going to make any medical claims. I am going to be showing you a number of clinical studies about carnosine. You'll be really excited about the information, but I do want to communicate that we're not making any claims that we're treating any types of medical conditions with any of our products. So this is some information that you should be aware of, though. Now, when people do not get enough sleep, so let's say you're only sleeping 4 hours a day, this is something that you're really going to want to take care of, other than you're not going to be feeling very well. You're going to see an accumulation of something called beta amyloid 2 protein. And beta amyloid 2 protein is closely associated with Alzheimer's disease. So in a number of animal studies, carnosine has been shown to reduce or blunt some of the toxic effects of beta amyloid 2 protein. Now, when you're doing animal studies, it doesn't always mean that this is going to translate to human beings. So we want to take some caution here. But it is very exciting that carnosine may end up being a nutrient to help to protect people from Alzheimer's disease. We'll have to see what the future holds through further research. One thing that is definitely known about carnosine, and many of our members have shared this with us, is that it definitely helps to promote wound healing. And as you're going to see in one of the studies that we're going to show, carnosine definitely has improvements in overall cognitive function. We've seen that in our own studies, and there's certainly plenty of information that's been done by independent researchers to show this link as well. Now, interestingly enough, taking carnosine supplements is not the most effective way to elevate carnosine. The problem is that if you take a carnosine pill, it's broken down by your stomach acids, and that means that the carnosine is not getting into the blood where it is needed. So this is one of the incredible advantages of our technology. We're going to be stimulating the skin with light, and this acts as a signal to create an increase in carnosine. Now, one final note that is important is that vegetarians notoriously have low levels of carnosine. And this is because from the diet, carnosine is primarily found in meat. So if you want to be a vegetarian, I would strongly suggest that you look into consuming beta-alanine. Beta-alanine is one of the amino acids that carnosine is made of. It's beta-alanine and histidine, but beta-alanine, or just simply alanine, is usually not found in a vegetarian diet or a vegan diet. So you may want to supplement with the amino acid alanine to make sure that you have that amino acid so you can make carnosine. Okay, let's go ahead and dig into some more information here on the potential of carnosine. And as a matter of fact, we are going to start off with a study here on the potential of carnosine in brain-related disorders. Now, the reason why I want to bring this up is to show you that carnosine is so powerful that it is being looked at as a therapy for brain-related disorders. You usually find very few nutritional supplements, very few natural nutrients that are being looked at as therapeutic treatments for significant diseases like Alzheimer's disease, as an example. So this is simply to communicate to you that carnosine is incredibly powerful, and it needs to be looked at in that way. Okay, so let's take a look at this here. And if you take a look at the abstract, it's simply going to be going over a summary of why carnosine is being looked at. And the thing that we want to do is just simply scroll down. There's going to be a tremendous amount of information here on carnosine. You can see that they're interested in looking at neurodegenerative disorders such as Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, psychiatric disorders. Actually, you can find, if you Google carnosine and psychiatric disorders, it's one of the interesting applications that people look at. But let's go ahead, even epilepsy. Let's go ahead and go down over here to the conclusion, because there's some things here that I want to point out. But much of this interest in carnosine is based on the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects that are well established in the literature. Even chelation. It is known that carnosine can help to bind to aluminum and remove aluminum from the brain. So I hope none of you are drinking soda. And if you are, I hope you're not drinking soda out of a can. And the same thing with beer. I hope that you're not drinking beer out of an aluminum can, because this aluminum can get into the body, it can get into the brain and cause problems. Fortunately, carnosine can detoxify aluminum from the body. But in any case, what I wanted to point out is that there have been human studies that have shown promising results of supplementation with carnosine or its precursors, meaning beta-alanine, for specific cognitive functions. So this is going to mean that carnosine is so powerful that, let's say that you don't have any of these health disorders, this is a very significant tool in improving brain function.